Om Shanti. Today is Satgurubar, Thursday, the 6th of November 2025. On this Thursday morning, let us listen to the Sakar Murli from our beloved Bap Dada. Bap Dada Madhuban. Essence. Sweet children, you are now on the shore and have to go across to the other side. Prepare to return home. Let's hear the essence once again on this Thursday morning. Baba says, sweet children, you are now on the shore and have to go across to the other side. Prepare to return home. Today's question, by remembering which aspect will your stage become unshakable and immovable? In answer, Baba says, past is past. So, by remembering that past is past, our stage will become unshakable and immovable. Baba says, do not worry about the past but continue to move forward. Constantly continue to look at the one and your stage will become unshakable and immovable. You have now left the limits of the Iron Age, so why should you look back? Your intellects should not be pulled by that at all. This is a very subtle study. Let's hear the question and answer once again. The question for today is, by remembering which aspect will your stage become unshakable and immovable? In answer, Baba says, past is past. Do not worry about the past but continue to move forward. Constantly continue to look at the one and your stage will become unshakable and immovable. You have now left the limits of the Iron Age, so why should you look back? Your intellects should not be pulled by that at all. This is a very subtle study. Om Shanti. Days continue to change and time continues to pass. Just think about it. So, in the opening sentence of the Murli today, Baba is saying, days continue to change and time continues to pass. Just think about it. Time has passed from the golden age until now, the end of the Iron Age, and you are on the shore. The cycle of the golden, silver, copper and iron ages is like a model. So what is Baba saying? The cycle of the golden, silver, copper and iron ages is like a model. This world is very large. You children have now understood this model. Previously, you didn't know that it is now the end of the Iron Age. You children now understand this. Therefore, your intellects should go around the whole cycle from the golden age up to now and come and stand on the shore at the end of the Iron Age. So, what is Baba telling us? We should think about the whole cycle within our minds, and Baba says your intellects should go around the whole cycle from the golden age up to now and come and stand on the shore at the end of the Iron Age. You should understand that time continues to tick away and that the drama cycle continues to turn. Baba highlights the words tick and drama. Time continues to tick away and the drama cycle continues to turn. How much of the drama is there left to come? Baba asks. Just a little now remains. Previously you didn't know this. The Father has told you that only a little corner now remains. There is very little time left before you leave this world and go to that other world. So what is Baba telling us? There is very little time left before you leave this world and go to that other world. You have now received this knowledge. We have been around the cycle from the golden age and have now come at the end of the Iron Age. We now have to return home. There are entrance and exit gates. It is the same here. Baba highlights the word gates and he says, before we go anywhere or come out from anywhere, there are entrance and exit gates. It is the same here. You children should explain that you now just have a small stretch of the shore left. This is the most elevated confluence age. We are now standing on the shore. There is very little time left. Our attachments to this old world now have to be removed. We now have to go to a new world. You have been given a very simple explanation. Baba says, keep this in your intellects. You should continue to turn the cycle around in your intellects. You are no longer in the iron age. You have left that side. So, we are no longer part of the iron age. We have left that side. Baba says, you should continue to turn the cycle around in your intellects. Therefore, since you have left the old world, why should you remember those on the other side? We are now at the most elevated confluence age. And so, why should we look back? Baba asks, why should we look back? Why should our intellects be connected in yoga to the vicious world? These are very subtle matters. Baba knows that some children don't even understand a penny worth. As soon as they hear something, they forget it. You must not look back. Baba says, use your intellect for everything. We are going across to the other side, so why should we look back? Past is past. Baba is highlighting the complete sentence and says, past is past. The father says, I explain such refined matters to you. In spite of that, why do you children constantly keep looking back? Your heads are still turned towards the iron age. So, we Brahmin children, we have left the iron age behind and we are now in the confluence age. However, Baba says, I explain such refined matters to you. In spite of that, why do you children constantly keep looking back? Your heads are still turned towards the iron age. The father says, turn your heads away. Baba says, turn your heads this way. That old world is of no use to you. Baba inspires you to have disinterest in the old world. A new world is in front of you and you must have disinterest in the old world. Just think, is our stage like that? The father says, past is past. Therefore, Baba has said, past is past. The father says, I explain such refined matters to you. In spite of that, Baba says, why do you children constantly keep looking back? Don't remember the past. Don't have any desires of the old world. Baba says, you must now just have the one elevated desire of going to the land of happiness. Just keep the land of happiness in your intellects. Why should you turn back? However, many of you do turn back. You are now at the most elevated confluence age. You have moved away from the old world. This is something that has to be understood. Baba says you mustn't come to a standstill anywhere. Don't look around anywhere. Don't remember the past. So, even in yesterday's Murli, Baba said one has to be introspective. So, therefore, Baba says don't look around anywhere. Don't remember the past. The father says continue to move forward and don't look back. Continue to look in one direction because only then will your stage become unshakable, stable and immovable. Therefore, the mantra which Baba gives is continue to look in one direction because only then will your stage become unshakable, stable and immovable. By continuing to look back to that side, you will continue to remember your friends and relatives etc. of the old world. It is number wise. Today, someone is moving along very well and tomorrow he falls and becomes disheartened. There are such bad omens that they don't even feel like listening to the Murli. Just think about it. It does happen like this, does it not? So, Baba is giving us an example and saying there are such bad omens that at times they don't even feel like listening to the Murli. Baba says, just think about this. It does happen like this, does it not? The father says, you are now standing at the confluence. Therefore, just keep looking ahead. Only when you remember that a new world is in front of you will you have happiness. You are now within calling distance. So, Baba says you are within calling distance of the new world. It is said we are now able to see the trees of our land. If you call out, they will very quickly be able to hear you. To be within calling distance means for them to be just in front of you. So what does it mean to be within calling distance? It means for someone to be just in front of us. Baba says, as soon as you remember the deities, they will come. Previously, they didn't come. Did those from your in-laws family come to the subtle region before? Baba asks. Now, those from your parents' home and those from your in-laws' home come together. Even then, while moving along, some children forget. Their intellect's yoke moves backwards. The father says, "This is the last birth of all of you. You mustn't move back. You have to go to the other side. You have to go across from this side to the other side. Death too is coming close. You just have to take one step. When the boat reaches the shore, you have to take one step onto that side." So what should we do? Baba says when the boat reaches the shore, you have to take one step onto that side. You children have to stand on the shore. It is in the intellects of you souls that you are going to your sweet home. So it is in the intellects of our souls that we are going to our sweet home. Even if you remember this in happiness, it will make you unshakable and immovable. So if we remember it in the intellects that we are going to our sweet home, it will make us unshakable and immovable. Baba says, continue to churn the ocean of this knowledge. This is a question of your intellects. We souls are leaving. We are now very close, within calling distance. Very little time remains. This is called the pilgrimage of remembrance. You forget this. Baba says you even forget to write your chart. Baba is highlighting the word chart. He says you even forget to write your chart. Now Baba gives us a homework. Baba asks and he tells us, put your hand on your heart, each one of you, and ask yourself, is my stage like the one that Baba describes as being within calling distance? So what should we ask ourselves? By putting our hand on our heart, is my stage like the one that Baba describes as being within calling distance? There has to be only the remembrance of Baba in your intellects. Baba teaches you the pilgrimage of remembrance in many different ways. Remain intoxicated on the pilgrimage of remembrance. That's all. So, we just have to do one thing, remain intoxicated on the pilgrimage of remembrance. That's all. We now have to return. Baba says all the relationships here are false. The relationships in the golden age are real. Look at yourselves to see where you are standing. Baba says keep this cycle from the golden age onwards in your intellects. You are spinners of the discus of self-realization. From the golden age, you have been around the cycle and you are now standing on the shore. So who are we? We children are the spinners of the discus of self-realization. Baba says from the golden age onwards, you have been around the cycle and are now standing on the shore. It is within calling distance, is it not? Baba asks each one of us. Some children waste a lot of time. They stay in remembrance for hardly 5 to 10 minutes. You have to become those who spin the discus of self-realization throughout the whole day. So what is Baba saying? You have to become those who spin the discus of self-realization throughout the whole day. However, it isn't like that. Baba explains to you in many different ways. This refers to souls. Your intellects should continually be rotating the cycle. Therefore, Baba has said, your intellects should continually be rotating this cycle. Why does this remembrance not remain in your intellects? We are now standing on the shore. Why don't you keep the shore in your intellects? Since you know that you are becoming the most elevated beings, go and stand on the shore. Baba says, continue to move like a louse, very slowly around the cycle. So, Baba asks us to continue to move like a louse, very slowly around the cycle. Why don't you practice this? Baba highlights the word practice and asks us, why don't you practice this? Going around the whole cycle in our intellects. Why don't you keep the cycle in your intellects? This is the discus of self-realization. Baba continues to explain the whole cycle from the beginning. Baba says, let your intellects go around the whole cycle and come and stand on the shore. there shouldn't be any external complications or influence of the external atmosphere. Baba says day by day, you children have to continue to go into silence. So what should happen? Baba says day by day, you children have to continue to go into silence. You mustn't waste your time. So these are the two most important things today. Baba has said past is past. Secondly, you children have to go into silence day by day. You mustn't waste your time. Baba says forget the old world and connect your intellects in yoga to the new relations. You don't have yoga, Baba says, if you don't have yoga, how would your sins be cut away? You know that this world is going to end. Its model is so tiny. This world is of 5,000 years duration. There is a model of heaven in Ajmer. So there is a model of heaven in Ajmer, but those people, Baba asks, but do those people remember heaven? What do they know of heaven? They believe that heaven will come after 40,000 years. The Father sits here and explains to you children, while doing everything in this world, keep it in your intellects that this world is going to end. So Baba says, while doing everything in this world, keep it in your intellects that this world is going to end. We now have to return home. We are standing at the end. We take every step like a louse, that is, moving very slowly. The destination is very high. The Father knows the destination. Together with the Father, there is also Dada. Since that one explains, can this one not explain? So Baba says, since that one explains, meaning when Shiv Baba explains, can Brahma Baba not explain? Because along with Shiv Baba, there is also Dada. Baba says this one also listens to him, meaning Brahma Baba also listens to Shiv Baba. Would this one not churn the ocean of this knowledge? The Father continues to give you points to churn. So what does Baba do? He continues to give us points to churn. It isn't that Brahma Baba is very far behind. Baba says he is just behind me like my tail. So how could he be far behind? You have to imbibe all of these deep things. Renounce being careless. Baba says children come here to Baba after 2 years. Do they remember they are so close that they are standing on the shore? We now have to return home. Baba again asks, what else do you need if you have such a stage? Baba has explained the term double crown is used, but there is no crown of light there. That is just a symbol of purity. A halo of light is definitely shown in the pictures of the founders of religions because they are viceless and satopradhan. So what is shown? Baba says a halo of light is definitely shown in the pictures of the founders of religions because they are viceless and satopradhan. They then become rajo and tamo. You children have now received this knowledge and so you should be intoxicated with this. So Baba highlights the word knowledge. He says you children have now received this knowledge and so you should be intoxicated with this. Although you are in this world, your intellects should be connected in yoga there. You have to fulfill your responsibility here. Those who belong to this clan will emerge. The sapling has to be planted. Yesterday or day before, Baba had said that he is the one who is planting the sapling of the Devi Devta religion. The sapling has to be planted. Those who belong to the original eternal deity religion will definitely come sooner or later. Baba says those who come later will go ahead of those who came earlier. So, those who come later will go ahead of those who came earlier. So, one must not get demoralized that we have come late. This will continue to happen until the end. New ones will quickly go ahead of the older ones. The examination is based on the pilgrimage of remembrance. So, what is the examination based on? It is based on the pilgrimage of remembrance. Although someone may have come late, if he keeps himself busy on the pilgrimage of remembrance and renounces everything else, he has to eat. But if he stays in remembrance very well, then there is no other nourishment like that of happiness. So, what is Baba telling us? You do have to eat in order to remain alive. But what does Baba say? If he continues to stay in remembrance very well, then there is no other nourishment like that of happiness. The only concern you should have now is of returning home. So, the only concern you should have is of returning home. You receive your fortune of the kingdom for 21 births. Baba says the mercury of happiness rises for those who win a lottery. You have to make a lot of effort. This is known as the last, the invaluable birth. A great deal of pleasure is experienced by staying on the pilgrimage of remembrance. Hanuman too became stable by making effort. The haystack was set ablaze. The kingdom of Ravan was burnt. They simply made up a story. The Father sits here and explains real things to you. Therefore, Baba sits here and explains real things to us. The kingdom of Ravan will end. This is known as a stable intellect. We are now within calling distance and are going home. Baba says make effort to stay in remembrance and your mercury of happiness will rise. Your lifespans will increase with the power of yoga. The divine virtues that you imbibe now will remain with you for half a cycle. You make so much effort in this one birth that you become like Lakshmi and Narayan. So, you should make that much effort. Don't make mistakes or waste time in this aspect. So, Baba says don't make mistakes or waste time in this aspect. Those who do something receive the reward of it. The Father continues to give you teachings. You understand that you become the masters of the world every cycle. You perform wonders in such a short time. You change the whole world. So, Baba highlights the word time and change. You perform wonders in such a short time and you change the whole world. This is not a big thing for the Father. He does it every cycle. The Father says, while walking and moving around, while eating and drinking, connect your intellects in yoga with the Father. The Father sits here and explains these incognito aspects to you children. Continue to make your stage very good. Otherwise, you will not be able to claim a high status. You children continue to make effort number-wise. Baba says you understand that you are now standing on the shore. Why should you look back? So Baba says you understand that you are now standing on the shore. Why should you look back? You must continue to step forward. A great deal of introspection is required for this. This is why there is the example of the tortoise. So, Baba says a great deal of introspection is required. And that is why the example is of the tortoise, which withdraws all its extremities once the job is done. All of these examples are for you. Sannyasis are Hatha yogis. They cannot teach you Raj Yoga. When those people hear you, they think that you are insulting them. So, Baba says, when those people hear you, they think that you are insulting them. That is why you have to write these things very tactfully. That is Yukti Yukt. No one but the Father can teach you Raj Yoga. You have to speak indirectly so that they don't get upset. Baba says you have to interact with diplomacy so that the snake is killed but the stick doesn't break. Saap bhi mare aur lathi bhi na toote. You have to interact with diplomacy so that the snake is killed but the stick doesn't break. Have love for your family, but connect your intellects in yoga with the one Father. You know that you are now following the directions of the One. These directions are for becoming deities. They are what are known as undivided directions. You children have to become deities. How many times have you become those? Countless times. You are now at the confluence age. Baba says this is your last birth. You now have to return home. Why should you look back? Even if you do look back, you must remain very stable. Don't forget your destination. You are the brave warriors who conquer Maya. You now understand that this cycle of victory and defeat continues to turn. This knowledge of Baba is so powerful, is so wonderful. Baba says this knowledge of Baba's is so wonderful. Did you know this before? Baba asks each one of us. Did you know this before? Each of you has to consider yourself to be a point. The whole part is recorded in such a tiny point, and this cycle continues to turn. It is so very wonderful. You just have to say that it is a wonder and leave it at that. So, when we explain to others, what should we do? You just have to say that it is a wonder and leave it at that. Acha, to you sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to you spiritual children, and we the spiritual children also say Namaste to our spiritual father. Today's essence for Dharana has 2 points. The first point, don't turn your head and look behind you. Baba says don't come to a standstill for any reason. Keep looking at the one Father and make your stage stable. Second point, keep it in your intellect that you are now standing on the shore. You have to return home. Therefore, stop being careless. Make incognito effort to create such a stage. Today's blessing, may you be detached, loving and free from any other thoughts and receive everyone's love from their heart. Blessing once again, may you be detached, loving and free from any other thoughts and receive everyone's love from their heart. Baba explains, the children who have the virtue of being detached and loving and the speciality of being free from any other thoughts, that is, those who have this blessing are loved by everyone. This is because by remaining detached, they automatically receive everyone's love from their heart. With their powerful stage of being free from any other thoughts and their elevated activity, they become instruments to serve many. Therefore, they remain content and they also benefit others. They automatically attain success in every task they do. Therefore, today's blessing was, may you be detached, loving and free from any other thoughts and receive everyone's love from their heart. Today's slogan, the one word Baba is the key to all treasures. Always look after this key carefully. Let's hear the wonderful slogan of Satgurubar once again. Baba says, the one word Baba is the key to all treasures. Always look after this key carefully. Acha, Om Shanti. In the Avyak signal of the month, increase the practice of the bodiless stage, Ashariri and Videhi. Today's point is, you will be able to become detached from your costume in a second when there is no tightness of any sanskars. When something is stuck, it is difficult to undo it. When there is looseness, it is easy to become separated. In the same way, if there isn't any easiness in your sanskars, you will not then be able to experience being bodiless or remaining easy and alert. So therefore, Baba says when something is stuck, it is difficult to undo it. When there is looseness, it is easy to become separated. In the same way, if there isn't any easiness in your sanskars, you will not then be able to experience being bodiless or remaining easy and alert. Therefore, you will be able to become detached from your costume in a second when there is no tightness of any sanskars. Acha, Om Shanti.